Hello, everyone. We want to take this opportunity to say thank you. As you grow at the Golden Boot, so do our needs, but we cannot do it without you. We ask that you continue to like our posts, share our content, and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms. You may also visit thegoldenboot.com for the latest merch. If you would like to make a financial donation, you can do so through Cash App at @Golden Boot or through PayPal at paypal.me/Golden Boot. We look forward to bringing you more laughs, knowledge, and entertainment. And again, thank you for your endless support. Sincerely and respectfully, the Golden Boot team.
The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set.
And you muted.
Let's do this again. Hey, welcome back to another edition of the Golden Boot. It's your boy Pooh Bell. I got my man Aunt Petty Murphy in the building. We got our man Daniel D. Williams in the building, and we got Dylan in the building.
That's our guy.
Look, man, chill out, man. Leave our guy alone.
Right. He makes sure we straight with the math. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he makes sure you know your math.
Your maths.
Yeah. Y'all crazy in the chat. But let's get it going. Normal guys say first comment. Technically, you the first comment on YouTube, but DK beat you to it on your Facebook. He said, all right, now I was waiting on somebody to go live and run it. Well, you got us. We here. Our good man Jason Brumfield said, mad I missed yesterday live stream, but I'm here today. It was good, a great episode yesterday. HBCU Hour. If y'all have a chance, go back and check it out. Then normal guy. Well, before I get the normal guy, second comment. Zion for MVP. Thank you. Somewhere David is out there happy and smiling. So
man, my guy he in the protocol right now. So Zion.
What protocol?
You know, the COVID. Yeah.
Oh, snap. They still got COVID out there in these streets?
Well, I don't know if he has COVID or he was just,
He need a break. Hey, we got 20 people watching. Y'all need to like and share, people. Let's go. Algorithms.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah, so normal guy says it first. Denver Harris. So I let me go ahead and be the first. I got my Loud and Wrong shirt on. I was loud and wrong. I did come out and say that I didn't think Denver Harris was going to be in this class just simply because of stuff that happened. I don't think that, and it wasn't so much that I didn't want him at LSU. I just didn't think that his second chance necessarily needs to be LSU. But congratulations to him. Great class. We're going to get into that tonight. Talk about that. Our guy Carter, the Power Bryant, will be joining us to talk about the class and talk about the signings and stuff. The great guys that we did pick up. I got a gripe too. I'm gonna bring up and we'll talk about. We might lead off with that too.
I say this since we on the Loud and Wrong train. Let me hop on that with you, because I also said I didn't think that BK would bring Denver in. Not that I felt like he wasn't talented or, that we couldn't use him, use his talent in our secondary. But I think the main thing to me was I didn't know if he would be a fit for what BK was trying to do as far as how he was trying to change the culture and kind of establish his structure.
Right.
and his fingerprint on the program. But I was wrong. I guess BK feel like either there was some kind of conversation had, or there was some way that he felt like Denver was going to fit into what he was trying to do and wasn't going to mess up anything. So, hey, if BK down for it, I'm down for it.
Well, since everybody's saying what they're wrong about, I'm gonna tell you what I was right about. All right. No, I'm just joking. For me,
I was waiting. I want to say
I was really waiting on that too.
No, honestly, man. I'm just glad that we got another star cornerback. You know what I'm saying? And we got someone that's young who has in-game experience. And not only that, obviously the coaching staff saw something in him to where they probably, they think he's gonna come in on the right foot. So kudos to them giving him a second chance. And honestly, I hope he capitalizes on it and he doesn't make a bad mistake. But I know we're gonna get more into it later on. But man, hey, look, 95% of our LSU fan base was wrong on this. So I was in the middle. So hey, I'm just glad we got somebody we got another DB in there. Talented.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll get into the class.
I don't think we've done nothing either, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll get into the class, or at least what we have so far, and break that down. I do want to say something else, or at least play something else. Then we'll get to our man Carter. But we got a big announcement today, fellas. All right, welcome back to the Golden Boot.
What's happening?
Oh my God!
This is the Carter. Welcome back to the Golden Boot, Carter. Glad to have you back with us. Carter, what's good? I know you came in. I know you went. That's not exactly your intro, but great segue.
That gave me such fun chills right there. I don't know. I wow, that was really good. Which one of y'all edited that? I gotta know.
Pooh Bear.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I honestly, the hairs on the side of my arm just like raised. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You know how many times I had to watch it to catch the end when BK, because I always, was like flicking out of it before I saw the BK part at the end. I didn't catch that till today when I watched it when you posted it.
Yeah. Oh, y'all posted that on socials today?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cold blooded. I'm gonna go retweet that. That was so fun.
Listen, and so JD is such a controversial topic. I don't know. Well,
might as well start there, bro. Let's
start.
Yeah, it's such a controversial topic, but JD5 is returning. I think this gives with JD5, the class we just brought in, the returning staff, not losing any, as far as I know, or
not
so
on
far.
Field wise, not on the field.
On field wise, we haven't lost any staff. When was the last time that happened at LSU?
Oh,
wow,
that's a while.
You forgot. To me, you forgot the biggest person. You got 7 back.
You do get 7 back.
You know what I mean? And I think of you, Jaden, like that. When you saw 7 come back, I think you was like, all right, if he's running it back, I got to come back.
I tell you, you know what? Not only did you got 7 and you got 7 back.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah, I was wondering, are you saying 7 banks?
That's how I was like.
I was really referring to Boutte as
number
7, but I didn't even consider but
I'm not. 7 banks also be 7 on defense.
He could, but I don't think.
Could, but
no, don't do that. No, don't do that.
But I think that he hadn't officially announced, or there hadn't been an official announcement for 7 banks. I'm confident in saying he'll probably return.
Especially with that injury.
Yeah, and ball out. I look forward to it.
While we're here, speaking of that, that's somebody that we always talk about corner depth and needing corners. Nobody ever brings up the fact that we could be getting 7 banks back.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, so obviously they got to do like the medical waiver and all of that.
Right.
It would be such an a-hole move to not give that guy another year. They've given so many different people 12
Oregon got
years.
what he had 7 years.
Still got
I was just gonna say that's a 9-year guy.
It's
9
a
years.
I was in
dude.
college whenever he was.
It's a dude that's 29 years old who just transferred, bro.
Get the
Like,
portal. Yes, the
29
quarterback.
years old, bro. Like, come on, man.
He almost got grandkids. That's
Shout out to the true Louisiana goat.
Yeah.
It's
Lindsey Scott.
thank you.
Yeah. Hey Carter, real quick, do you think he gets drafted or gets a chance to play?
Lindsey Scott, no. They'll call him too small, and he'll just have to prove himself as a Brock Purdy undrafted free agent. And that's a weird thing, you know. We were talking about that with the
Oh, I like this. Ryan. Okay, Ryan. He said 5 to 7 equal 12-0. I like that.
look at
Hey.
you, big
Hey,
guy.
Put it on a shirt.
Hey, English ain't your strong suit. I see Matt this, Ryan. Okay, I see.
I see you.
Okay, Ryan. Ryan might have a free shirt coming soon.
I like that.
I like that. We need to put that on the shirt, Pooh. Yeah.
I like that. But yeah, I want Lindsey. I am a Lindsey Scott fan just because, you know, I always cheer for former Tigers that don't transfer to Alabama. That's all. Yeah. That's it. I'll still cheer for you if you go to another school. Just don't transfer to Alabama. Marcus.
The only person you haven't cheered for is Elijah Ricks.
That's the only guy. That's
a very short list.
I'll say this about Lindsey. I think he could be the USFL or XFL MVP. Like if he does, I could see that, and I could see that being his pathway. You know, PJ Walker's Taylor Heineke style.
Right.
Phelan Jones. That's the other guy who transferred from LSU to Alabama.
I knew him. Oh. We lived in the.
He was from Mobile. He left LSU and went to.
When was this?
I've never heard of this.
This was like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, this was before. Okay.
Yeah. So I was at LSU at the time, and I was friends with him and another Alabama Tiger, Sido Corley. Right. And they were good friends. They were really good players, and they just never caught their footing at LSU. And those guys are two of the coolest guys. I've not talked to them in years, but someone who watches Power Hour LSU saw him somewhere and had a good conversation with them. And yeah, it was really good. But, you know, going back to what you said a minute ago about Jaden, I thought the graphic was really good. I'm really happy he's coming back. You know, I talked to someone fairly frequently, very close to Jaden Daniels. And, you know, when we were, he became a fan of the channel because I did a bunch of film studies this offseason when he signed.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I like. Yeah.
So
I like that.
So he became a fan, and we're friends now. And you know, he always thinks I've been fair with my Jaden, you know, commentary or whatever. And the one thing he always said to me was like, hey, you know, the most impressive thing you're going to like about Jaden is he is a gamer. And he is the ultimate gamer. Now, are there some mechanical things that need to get operated on? Yeah, of course. But man, the competitiveness, the toughness, the leadership, and also, you know, something that people also need to factor in is I went through and I counted every Instagram post since the Florida State game. And this was before, you know, they did these recruiting announcements. 1 out of every 6 photos was a photo of Jaden Daniels. So he's the face of the team. And if he wanted to come back, you know, it's going to take a lot for someone to, you know, win the job from him. So I'm really excited to have him back. If, you know, some things do get worked on in his throwing, but overall, a guy that has those qualities is a guy that you want leading the team.
Right. I think for me too, somebody posted on Twitter earlier, and I can't remember the name, but his Joe Burrow's 2018 stats compared to Jaden Daniels' his last year's stats very similar. I think they literally were like a touchdown apart or something like that. So honestly, I feel like what?
You know who posted it? Us. Me.
Oh, Pooh did that? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. My bad.
Dub,
My bad.
come on now.
I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. Well, let me give my boys props. But either way, and thank you, Pooh. My bad, man. I worked today. But stats were very similar. And I think people are not too happy about him coming back, but man, give him a chance.
I will say this because Preston brought this up, and I think a few other people did as far as the stats. It was Joe Burrow's first year as a starter compared to JD's fourth, but our point remains that first year in the system, in the SEC.
Chemistry.
You can't chemistry, having to learn chemistry, all that kind of stuff. You can improve from year to year. I think that's the point that was trying to be made here. Not saying that Jaden Daniels is going to be 2019 Joe Burrow. Nobody is saying that, but we're just saying, we're just saying that you can improve, and just because he threw for 2,700 yards last year, 17 touchdowns, doesn't mean that he's going to necessarily have a repeat season next year.
Yeah, and one thing is it's very interesting. So I'm working on a big series on Jaden I'll probably drop it after the bowl game just to have some off-season content. It's going to be dead. That's why I missed the February recruiting period, because we're going to be dead as a doorknob till spring. Mm-hmm. But one thing people don't account for with Jaden is what he did to our running game this year. Yeah. Okay, so there is. There's a pretty good quote from Brian Kelly when they were discussing the absence of a potential of John Emery, right? And Brian Kelly said we do not have a Leonard Fournette in our running back room. So this was before the season, right? And despite not having that superstar talent, this year was LSU's best year ever in rush yards after contact. So what can we interpret from that data? Well, first thing is the running backs did get better, right? Frank did a really good job coaching, and every running back in the backfield got better, right? Nobody really had a whole lot of hype going into the year except Emery, but really a lot of people, we had not seen any one of them be special. Yeah. Now, what we have to do as football consumers is ask this question. Did all four of them just exponentially just get better out of nowhere? Maybe, but there was something that helped him, and it was Jaden Daniels' mobility. The fact that a guy has the kind of speed that he has on the zone read game opens up just that little bit more space for a running back to be able to operate. Right. And you have to really watch closely at these things, and it honestly was a big difference, right? And you saw the running backs get more momentum as the season moved on, and you saw defenses really get tired having to chase Jaden down, and it made our running game a lot better. And it's unequivocal. The data, backs that up. Now, our yards per rush should have been better. The overall yard per play output should have been better. But a big benefit of having Jaden back there is that he does make LSU's run game do some things that it normally doesn't, do.
Carter, would you also say having defenders be a little bit weary of Jaden Daniels running, that even that little small half a second,
that's it.
It could help out our running game.
Sometimes that's all you need is a half a second for that lineman to be able to seal the block, or for you to be able to get through the hole before the backer can feel it. Sometimes all it takes is a half a step here and there, and he definitely gives you that whenever he's the threat he is to pull the ball.
Right.
Yeah, and I know it's not apples to apples, but let's use a comparison to the two deadliest runners of the ball in the NFL. So let's take Jalen Hurts and let's take Lamar Jackson. They're the two best runners. They're not the two best dual threat quarterbacks. Obviously, you would consider Josh Allen a dual threat, but he's not the same type of runner as those two. So let's take those two, and you go look at the running backs that played with those two quarterbacks over the years, and go look at their advanced analytics like rush yards above expectation, rush yards after contact. Miles Sanders made the Pro Bowl this year. When have you ever said Miles Sanders is a top 3 running back in the NFL? That has never happened. That thought has never in a second crossed my mind. Well, it's because Jalen is deadly as a runner. And those zone read things are hell to deal with. Now the Eagles have a really good offensive line, but still, and the same thing's true. If you go look at J.K. Dobbins, go look at Mark Ingram, go look at their numbers with MVP Lamar, rush yards over expectation, EPA per rush, any of those stats. Those guys had career years because you got freaking Lamar Jackson standing next to you. So while Jalen isn't as good as those quarterbacks, he probably never will be as good as those guys. Those guys are so freaking good at football, but he has that trait, and it opens up a lot. And if he can add just a little bit more of the vertical passing game to his game, he is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Hey, Carter, hold up real quick. I don't know what's going on in chat. Marvin comes in and says, "Who wife pregnant?" Where in the world, Marvin, did that come from?
Marvin,
but
I like that.
Andrew Morgan says 2019 was probably the last time. Actually, 2018 you lost, and I know it seems trivial now, but you lost Jerry Sullivan. That's how you got Joe Brady. So technically you did lose a staff member that year. And Carter, and I'll let you go, but Carter, this was actually addressed. Says Thomas Robinson says, Pooh and Carter, why aren't we looking at the return of Mason Smith? Why is he being overlooked? Do we think he will make an impact after his injury and early exit last season? I think that,
defense.
I think you listen to the wrong shows, man, because I think everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody, most of us have mentioned, Mason's return, but I think it's more or less getting depth around him so we don't have the same issue that we had last year. But
I mean, you cannot have a rotation of 3 interior linemen again next season, especially with Mason Smith coming off an ACL injury. It's just that's just not healthy. It's not.
I mean, you lost one and you get Mason back, so you're in the same position you were last year. You know what I mean? Right. So that's why defensive line is still such a need, regardless of Mason coming back or not. But back to the Jaden Daniels, and my question was going to be, does Denbrock need to kind of develop or adapt kind of the Greg Roman type of offense, or kind of what Sirianni is doing, because they use a lot of tight ends. Obviously, Baltimore does, but and they still are able to. If you kind of look at what Philly does, they use tight ends, but they also able to get one-on-ones outside with Devontae and AJ Brown because of the RPO game and the way that they're able to use Hurts mobility.
That's a really good observation, because the best games Jaden had this year were also Mason Taylor's best games, right? Mm-hmm. You go look at Ole Miss and the blocking that Mason did. He had his longest reception in that game. And come on, Mason Taylor's Alabama game will be, replayed until we'll show our grandkids that game. Right. And Mason had his best games when Jaden had his best games. And that was, because Mike did a really good job, using the tight end, and Mason did a really good job blocking. And I agree with you. And I think, LSU is going to try more 12 personnel now that they got these other tight ends coming in, 2 tight end sets. And I think it could do wonders for LSU, next year. And obviously you take a look, to the Mason Smith question. Yeah, he's going to be good. You want to know why he's going to be good? Because he wants to get paid. And he wants to put together a great season of film, because obviously he's got everything to be a first round, defensive tackle. If he's able to put together, a really, really, really good year of film. But my question, I can't stay too long. I want to ask Ant this question. What went through your body and your soul and your mind when you heard Brian Kelly share that Zalance Hurd story?
100% believe he believes that 1,000%.
Really?
Yes, 1,000%. Like he believes that he's the best, offensive lineman in the country. And it's not like people. I saw some people saying like that's disrespectful to Will. How they kind of like, no, it's not. It's competition. He feels like he's better. He's gonna go beat him out. That's what I want. I want that kind of mentality where he feels like he's finna come take somebody's job. Now, I don't necessarily know if it's gonna happen, but I love him. I love that mentality, and if he does start, that's a great problem for LSU to have.
So when they played, it was Will at left and him at right, correct?
Yeah, okay. But whenever, all right, so some nuance to that. That was his first year at Neville. He had just made the move from defensive lineman to offensive lineman.
Okay.
And so he wasn't where he is now as a player. So I still don't think that he's gonna, start over Will, but you can't kind of look at what they did in high school 2 years ago and say that, see how, it's gonna translate because that's how it was.
I love me some Lance Hurd.
That man's a monster, bro.
I like his confidence, man.
That's a big boy. Like
Yeah.
you stand beside him. That's a big boy.
And he got some soft hands. Pause. Yeah.
Pause. Yeah.
Big boy touchdown. The big boy touchdown. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. And look, Brian Kelly wouldn't have shared the comment if he didn't think that Will would have taken that well. Right. I think he knows Will is mature enough to know what Zalance is saying, that he wants that job. Right. But I also, if this was someone else, like we all know Will Campbell's a very strong-willed guy. One thing that's very interesting is Slade Roy, the deep snapper, told me that, Will Campbell was the best leader and made him feel more welcome than anybody else on the team. And that was really shocking that a true freshman was like that, because Slade was coming from Eastern Carolina,
ECU,
as a walk-on there, and then you get a scholarship to go from ECU to the creme de la creme. It was very interesting. I immediately thought of you. I'm dead serious when he said that. I was like, God, I can't wait to ask Ant about this.
All right, Carter, I want to ask you this, and this is actually to everybody, but Chris asked the question, will there be a competition, or is Jaden automatically the starter?
Yeah, he's a starter. I mean, look, historically, when a fourth year, but honestly a fifth year starter comes back, he's going to have to play really bad for them to go to somebody else. So yeah, he's going to be your starter.
So I slightly disagree. I agree. I think he's the starter and has the leg up and he'll get the reps. But I think there's always a competition under Brian Kelly, because if you look at it, Jack Besh, Mike Jones, and BJ Ojolari went to media day with Brian Kelly. Only one of those three started.
It's crazy.
I don't know if you could really look at that like that, though.
I mean, they got Mike Jones end up, being with injuries and stuff. But
I get what you're saying. But at the same time, though, like media days doesn't necessarily equate to who's going to start and who's not. So, but I'll say that I think you need to look more like, I don't know, the 4-year starter, 5th-year starter part plays a more part into it than what I'm about to say. But if you look at Brian Kelly's history in the past, he ain't scared to yank a quarterback.
Right.
I know he didn't last year as much, but I think the offensive line play and some of the other things were part of the problem, is why we didn't see Nuss as much. But I think if it gets to the point to where the offense looks like it did in, say, the Auburn or Arkansas game this year, I think you see Nuss or Walker, because I feel like with another year in the system, I feel like BK will have more confidence in them to be able to come in the game.
And not only that, with another year in the system, you cannot afford to have games that look like that.
That's true too.
Honestly, I think that we have 3 talented quarterbacks now. If all of them stay, who knows? But at the same time, I think every one of those quarterbacks,
4 talented.
True.
4 talented quarterbacks, but I mean, everyone brings something special to the table. So I think it's going to be a competition.
I'm gonna go 5 talented quarterbacks. I gotta shout out my guy Colin, man. I want to show some. I've never talked to him. I retweeted him earlier, but my voice was in like his Army All-American announcement, which was kind of cool. I love me some Colin Hurley.
That kid a baller.
That kid's got some.
The ball come off his hand different. Like whenever it's something about it. When that kid,
he's got some Dak vibes to him. Like he could really, really, really spin it. And every camp he goes to, everybody's like, okay, this guy's the dude. He's the competitor. He's the guy. He's the best one in the camp. And the crazy thing is he's so freaking young. Like he just turned 15, which is really absurd when you really think about it.
Yeah.
Chris turned 15.
Yeah,
which is weird to me, because one of the knocks on him is his size. He's still growing.
my gosh.
So
That's nuts.
before I go, I'll share with you something that I'm fascinated by. Okay. Now, this might nerd everybody out. It might nerd you guys out. But I'm so fascinated by age. I really am, right? Because players enter college football at different ages. They don't. So the most famous example of this is two really good Tigers, both of which are former number 7s. DJ Chark and Leonard Fournette were in the same class, right? Leonard Fournette was a year and a half older than DJ Chark when he came in, which is a chasm, honestly. And remember, DJ Chark, you can go look at his 247 photo.
Yeah, he was baby.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Right?
He went to my high school. He was skin and bones, brother.
He was a baby.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Alexandria. Okay. And he was young. He was very young. He's and what I did was I compiled like as many ages as I possibly could, and to see which players were young. And there was a lot of young players that were like late bloomers, right? And if you go look historically, there's been a lot of studies on this. People like players that are older, not only in athletics but academics as well, outperform like people that are younger for your age group, right? It is across all spectrums. It's in academics, it's musically, it's athletically. There's been a lot of studies done on this. And that's what
you should hold your kids back in first grade.
Yes, unequivocally. Unequivocally. Like if you
some of y'all won't have that problem, unfortunately.
Right. But no, you should. So that's what makes it interesting is like Colin Hurley was already young for his class. Now he's skipping a grade and he's still performing at a high level, which is crazy. So, it's and that's what made DJ Chark so impressive. Like, everyone, he was only a 3-star, but yeah, he wasn't genetically, he wasn't close to being finished. Like, I mean, it's amazing, like how much that biological birthday changes so much for your career.
Yeah. Carter, I know you're about to get out of here, but Renee Lee puts in a good comment. I could see Will at center.
Ooh,
Will Campbell.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you if you asked him, hey, can you play all 5 positions? He'll be able to do it. If there was somebody on the team, but I mean, also if you have like, I don't like putting my top 50 guys at center. If you will. Now, it's not a slight at Jason Kelsey or Lloyd Cushenberry or any great center that you can think of, or Creed Humphrey or whoever. It's just, Will is really a good football player. And, as far as like him moving from left to right, does the lane speed him out for left? All I know is he's going to play. If I were to pick one of the positions, I think that would be the last one that he would potentially play. And I think, I know you guys know Emory as well.
That's who I was going to say could play center.
Yeah, I think if there was a player to move to the interior, it would be him first.
Yeah, agreed.
But before Will.
Agreed.
And Emory had a higher grade than both of them for me. Just based on when they were coming out, but all 3 of them were really, really, really high. I mean, when I watched Emory Jones for the first time, I was like, wow, this guy is like, he is true. I'm getting chills thinking about it. I was like, why is this guy ranked in the 250s? Like, why?
Emory at guard, he's a monster. He's All-American.
Yeah. I think guard is where he should play. But if you had to say one of those, somebody on the line is going to have to move to center. Before Will, I would say Emory. But Fitzgerald West is my guy at center.
Let's go. Shout out to my guy, Adam B. And Kristen, shout out to them, and Andrew, Jason, all the good people. And Staquavius for Fade Bennett. Let's go.
All right.
I love
Carter, I know you got to get out of here. I don't know how much time you got.
No, we'll do one more question. Go right ahead. Let's do it. I'm enjoying it.
Early signing day. What is your takeaway? Your biggest takeaway from it?
Yeah. So on a macro scale, like let's take LSU out of it and just look at it, as a grand scale. one big favor with y'all's audience, please go subscribe to Power Hour SEC. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers on that channel, but the grand scale view is
they like you more than us, Carter, so they'll subscribe to Power.
Hey,
they won't even like the goddamn live session right now.
Well, look, I when I do radio on the East Coast, Ant is always a guest. I was going to ask Ant to come on next week. I'm doing more of that next week.
Hit me up.
Yeah, I've had Ant, how many times? I think been 2 or 3 times.
Twice. I've been twice.
Yeah. So, yeah, I love y'all show and Ant's my go-to for North Louisiana stuff. On a macro scale, I think the early signing period needs to change. I think this is not good for the sport. I really don't think so. I know a lot of it's like Will, right? Will would say, "Hey, the early enrollee stuff helped me out."
Mm-hmm.
There's things that we can do to change this, and it's very, very, very bad. I don't think people quite understand the chaos that is happening behind the scenes when there's still bowl games being played, and we're trying to figure out roster numbers, right? So I think another North Louisiana guy, John Randall Belton, right? That's his job. Yeah, so his job's really hard when all this stuff is happening. All these behind the scenes guys, their jobs become that much harder because you got the portal and you got to worry about your roster numbers. And it was a little bit easier for LSU than other schools because LSU had a January 2nd bowl. But
Baylor's playing tonight. I mean, think about them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was like, what? I just can't imagine like how crazy it is. So I think they need to do something about that. But as far as LSU's early signing period, it was fine. The Denver Harris thing made it a lot easier for the Desmond Ricks loss. I have a lot of thoughts on Desmond Ricks and everything that transpired there. I think a lot of people are going to unfairly slander LSU in this process for Desmond Ricks when they quite literally did everything they could, all the way to the point where the kid almost says Tigers in his announcement.
Bingo.
And I'm like, people are still slandering LSU. He almost said LSU anyway. Like, I mean, the kid, there's only so much you can do, right? But the class was really good. Should there be more top 100 and top 125 guys in an LSU class? Yes, like 6-ish, just depending on which service you look at. It's not good enough for a national championship class, but it's still very good. And if you get like a guy like Kylan Jackson or a guy I think a lot of you like a lot, I like him a lot, Kyle Parker, or if you get, some of these guys that turn into 4- and 5-star talents, you can make a run for a national championship. So was it a unbelievable, unreal, all-time great LSU class? Probably not, but it's still a very, 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 very good class with a lot of upside as well.
Yeah, Ryan said what I was going to say. As far as the early signing day, I think it should be in August before the season starts. That way, go ahead and get it out of the way. I mean, that way, the recruits will know who really wants them and if their offer is truly committable or not. And then you get it out the way, and you don't have all of that flip muss and all that kind of stuff going on. Move the transfer portal window to after the national championship game, and then open it up again after spring, and then have the second signing day in February like normal.
Right. Well, guys, I really appreciate you. I appreciate walking in on the Jaden announcement.
Hey, no,
that was the coolest one I've seen. Like, I'm serious.
I truly appreciate that, Carter. It means a lot.
I'm sorry I was laughing like crazy going in because I look at this stuff every day. I've seen every graphic. I just what was the name of the music? The theme.
I got 5 on it.
I got 5 on that, but that's the Jordan Peele.
Yes, it's the Jordan Peele cut. Okay, right. And I am a Jordan Peele fanatic. Now I don't know if I liked Nope as much as
doesn't finish him off.
I still haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm gonna go watch it. I'm
not gonna. I don't watch movies. I'm sports 99% of the time. If it's a Jordan Peele movie, it's Get Out's still the best movie I've ever seen. It's Inception.
Yes.
Get Out. It's so stupid. Now,
you like Interstellar?
You know what's funny? As a Christopher Nolan stan, I still haven't seen Interstellar.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm lame. I'm not a true Nolan stan.
You are definitely lame, Carter.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't claim being a Nolan stan. But if a Jordan Peele flick is out, I've got to go. He is so freaking good. And shout out Lil Rel. He is the most underrated comedian and actor in the game. He was my favorite character in Get Out. But yeah, go see Nope. It was really good.
Now, Carter, before you go, Dylan wants to say something, or he had a question for you. What was your question, or what was your comment?
Sub to Power Hour, comment on Power Hour, and like to Power Hour.
Oh, well, there you go.
Let's go.
How did he know to say all that? That is
so. So I've watched. I watch your show and I'll comment and stuff.
Yeah. I love
I think you were on with Preston and Preston's baby came in, Lil Peyton.
That's
and
right.
You mentioned that, and he was like, so ever since then, when you mentioned you're coming on the show, he's like, Carter's coming on. I said, yeah. He's like, okay, is he coming on today? I said, no, it'll be Thursday. He's like, okay, so he literally has come every show to see if you're coming on.
That's cool.
And to comment. So
who's his favorite player?
Who is your favorite player? Oh, I already know the answer to this. Go ahead.
Wait.
Football player.
I would say Joe Burrow.
Joe?
Actually, Jamar Chase.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he said either Jamar. He likes the Bengals, of course.
Yeah, that's the squad.
But does he have an NBA player too?
LeBron.
LeBron James.
I know, man. I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
I mean,
I'm working on that, Carter.
We got to convert our youngins to. Here's why you got to get everybody to be a LeBron fan, right? Because
you know what it is, Carter, baby.
But no. Here, there we go. I love it. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm literally going to end on this. This is the reason why you got to turn every kid into a Zion fan. Because Zion's teammate next year is going to be Victor Wembanyama.
Let's go.
We're going to the NBA for a decade straight.
I love it, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our man. Hey, Carter, again, as always, appreciate it. If y'all will go check out Power Hour LSU, the Power Hour LSU.
Power Hour SEC also.
Power Hour SEC.
There you go.
If you want a film breakdown, if you want to understand a little bit more about the game, that's your man. That's who you go watch. The questions behind, everybody's saying this team or this guy should have did this. Watch the film breakdown. You may understand why he didn't. So there you go. Carter, as always, appreciate you, brother. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
All right.
Merry Christmas from Pinky.
Merry Christmas, guys. We'll talk soon. Cheers.
All right. Everybody, that was our man Carter. Power Hour.
The GOAT of LSU film breakdowns.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's get with the shenanigans, man.
All right. So I know we talked a little bit and I didn't. This is the one thing I didn't ask. So I can ask y'all, what is y'all's biggest surprise as far as LSU for signing day?
Biggest surprise. Holding on to all of the receivers, Kyle Parker, Jalen Brown, Kyle Perry, and Sheldon Sampson.
I'm be honest with you. I woke up early just to make sure Jalen Brown got that little in. Because it came at like 7 a.m. or 6 a.m.
It was supposed to be 6 a.m., but it was actually 7 a.m.
Hey, listen.
Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you what time I woke up yesterday morning.
I know. I already know. Yeah.
But I was already about 6 cups of coffee in when he committed. But I think the biggest surprise to me was anytime you go 24-25, and you pretty much lock up your class. And the one guy that we quote unquote lost, I kind of think that the staff knew wasn't coming whenever he actually made the announcement. I don't think it was a surprise. And then being able to flip another kid, the tight end from Texas, I think honestly
that was going to be my surprise right there.
I feel like you know the biggest surprise to me was checking off all your the whole class. You got pretty much everybody you wanted. Yesterday,
Yeah, you filled a lot of. I'm gonna say you filled a lot of needs depth wise. One the portal's going to help fill some of those experience wise. So go ahead, Daniel.
I still think for me, like you said, the kid Pimpton,
Kamari Pimpton.
From Fort Worth. I think getting him is a big plus. Not only that, just rounding it out today, we get Harris. I think is pretty awesome as well. So,
talking about today,
yeah, Harris, yeah. So I'm just glad that we're bringing in a lot of talented guys. Only thing I like to see, of course, is I want some more defensive linemen. Honestly, that's what I'm looking forward to next.
Well, you got 3 the night before Sunday when you got Jalen Lee, you got Paris Chan and Braden Swinson, and I think you probably got a couple more coming. So, I think with those guys, you might not necessarily have gotten a Makai Wingo. You know what I mean? Like a guy who's going to be an all SEC.
You got some guys that can give you reps.
But what we've been saying, we need depth. And you know what I mean? You got guys that can come in that can play 15, 20 snaps a game for you and give guys a break and, play good snaps for you and give guys a breather and make it to where you're not gassed at the end of the game, 10, 11, 12, where you're getting pushed around because you ain't got depth. So I think those kind of guys are needed. They might not be the sexy, pickups, but those are the type of guys you need to build your class.
You need those guys. I think also to answer old vet, he said, do you all think they'll be able to keep Harris on the straight and narrow? I think that they would have never brought him in if they didn't think they could. Honestly.
I agree with that.
So
yeah, agree with that. At this point, I gotta agree with that. I gotta eat my crow. Say I agree with that. Because we said before we got trust his staff. So
I never had a question of could he be straight and narrow. I had more of a concern of would the staff give him a chance, based off his history. So that I don't want it to make it seem like I don't think that the kid could, come in and be the player that Brian Kelly wants him to be and stuff like that. I just more so didn't think he would get that opportunity at LSU. But I'm glad he did, though.
Right. I think a lot of people mentioned too that it was just a point that, could we lose Ricks? Would you want Ricks or would you want Harris? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
And I mean, in a way, it might not have happened that way. We might not have lost Ricks because we got Harris, but ultimately you didn't end up with both of them.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Biggest get yesterday, in your opinion?
Yesterday,
or early sign today, or however you want to look at it.
So yesterday or today? All right. Yeah. Denver Harris.
Okay.
I like Deshaun Womack. He's gonna be my favorite player, hopefully, in this class. I just like his speed coming off the edge. I think he's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, I think the importance of the position with Denver Harris, I think, is because I'm not trying to say, defense and pass rush isn't important, but I think you got Wiggins, you got Savion, you got other guys at that position. You don't really have anybody at corner.
All right,
that's true.
Not with experience, at least.
I'm going to go with Aaron Anderson.
Special teams.
Special teams, impact, big. That fixes. If
your return
anything,
game.
Your return game helps that. Peyton, no, they are not. No relations.
Separate parts of the country. One's from California, one's from Virginia.
Yeah.
They might have the same bloodline, though.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say they might have the same.
Comment.
Yeah. They might have had the same.
Hey, but you know what? We probably need to watch what we're saying because you never know. Next year, this kid could be on our team. So.
People was doing that with Denver Harris, and then look at him. People.
I ain't talking about. No, when you say bloodline, I was thinking. They might. They relatives might have got out the same boat, but anyway,
went to the same house.
Went to the same house, but anyway,
one of them ran away, the other one didn't.
Yeah. Hey, does Stephen Young says, does Anderson replace Besh in the slot? I think that's actually Besh wasn't.
Besh was like but he wasn't a starter in the slot. So,
yeah, I think technically.
Are you saying is he gonna back up Kayshawn in the slot? Probably. I mean, is that the question?
Bro, it's gonna be hard to be a freshman and come and just get some
Yeah, I'm
Get some
saying.
PT.
Yeah, we got to stack.
We got talent, bro.
Adam says the biggest get. He says, does Jaden's coming back count as an acceptable answer?
Yeah,
I mean, technically, you had to recruit him to come
technically,
back.
you had to recruit him in a way to come back. So yeah, I give you that
that's a
one.
big get. Yeah,
But the only reason I still put Denver Harris over him because Jaden come back for a season. I'm getting Denver for at least 2.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. Nationally, let me ask you this: early signing day. First of all, I'm gonna say this because this is a little bit further down. The craziest 24 hours in recruiting Peyton Bowen.
Yeah.
He was so here's what I've been told. I was told that there was like a commit meeting with Notre Dame Tuesday night.
Yeah,
he was in there, talked with them and everything. And when he flipped on signing day, they were like literally shocked. Like, where did this come from? He committed to Oregon, never sent in paperwork. Got up the next morning and wrote a very I'm not gonna say thoughtful because I ain't had the patience to read all them words for somebody who wouldn't come in here. But he wrote a very lengthy message and said respect his decision and then flipped to Oklahoma.
Exactly.
I will say this though, his girlfriend is an OU softball commit, and right around the time that he committed to Oklahoma, OU softball posted a photo of his girlfriend. So I'm just saying, like, that's the old adage. If you can't get to him, offer the girlfriend, get a girlfriend.
But y'all know what's gonna happen.
I've told
semester they're gonna break up.
I've told my oldest, I was like, you will lose a lot of money chasing women, but you'll never lose a woman chasing money. So. Yeah,
but I'll say this though. I mean, he's from Texas. If I'm not mistaken, his little brother is a recruit coming out next year or the year after, and he's already
big facts, Steve.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Facts. I mean, we done fought wars over it, but his little brother is still in Texas, and I believe is next year or the year after, and he's already getting crystal balls and stuff to Oklahoma. So I'm not gonna say the only reaon is for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I do believe there's a little bit of credence to him wanting to be close to her, and him wanting to be close to home too. That dude ain't got no chill, man.
Hey, Xavier say 3 toes in Colorado recruiting his toes off.
Can we talk about that though? Is he really recruiting his butt off?
Sounds like to me he brought with him what
he brought his luggage. He brought his luggage with him, and he did. He did get one Notre Dame running back to flip, and he got another one, but he missed out on Malachi Coleman, and he missed out on a few other ones. So, and I understand he ain't been there long. But all I'm saying is let's not give him too much. Like he ain't got a top 15 class or nothing.
Dang, hate.
See, that's the problem. You can't keep it real no more. You can't keep it real no more.
What's that Dave Chappelle?
Look, James, it's over 4,000 languages. I speak that real. All right.
You speak that hate.
I speak that real.
Bro, give Prime he only been there a week.
He been there more than a week, but I get what you're saying. But he literally brought with him.
He said he recruiting his toes off, and I said he got 2 players. How is that hating?
He got Dylan Edwards, 4-star. He got Adam Hopkins, a 4-star.
That's the 2 players he got.
Talent.
That's 2 players. That's what I just said. He got 2 players.
Oh man, he got some talent in this thing. They got 16 commits right now.
How many of them are 4 stars?
2.
My point is
depending on what site you're looking at.
My point exactly, Daniel, bro. Yeah. Like you saying I'm hating, I'm speaking facts, bro. He just got there, but he only got 2 players. You just know what?
You don't like Dion.
I don't, but that don't mean I'm hating because I'm speaking facts.
All right.
Does that mean because I speak facts I'm hating?
No.
Oh, okay then.
No, not at all. But in this situation, yes. But let's go.
How many commits does he have that are more than 3-star?
He could have a Justin Jefferson. He could have 3 or 4 of them on his team.
That wasn't the question, but I got.
My point.
Hey, we can move on.
That.
Maybe he's a great talent evaluator.
Whenever he ain't got nothing to say, he always does stuff like that. Every time Daniel ain't got nothing to say, he always move the goalposts.
Hey, so let me ask you this, and I'm not talking about recruiting rankings wise and stuff. Who has the best class as far as like
Alabama?
It's not even close.
Okay,
7 5-stars.
They got the best class in history.
Well, I was talking about more of less, but I guess
Man, they got the number 1 corner, the number 1 running back, the number 1 DN, the number 1 linebacker, the number 1 safety, the number 1.
Why can't he just retire, dog?
He will. I'm be as my boy C King said. He had all them 5 stars last year, only to come to LSU and lose.
I mean,
it's true.
He ain't had this many.
Yeah.
Not in one class. This is best class ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we don't like the guy, but I'm gonna just be like, this is best class ever.
All right. What was the biggest flip of yesterday?
I would have said Peyton Bowen, but
I was just gonna say I would have said Peyton Bowen, but
I think that's the biggest flip of the day.
I don't think he flipped. I think he just fell and rolled.
The biggest flip, the running, was it a running back or cornerback from the Auburn flip from Ohio State? That was a big one.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
DB. It was a
DB. It was a DB.
Yeah, because
Alabama flipped a player from Ohio State too, because they lost one to each school in Alabama. Malachi Coleman, I mentioned him, Colorado. It wasn't a flip, but him picking Nebraska over Colorado and some other schools was big. Nebraska kid. Hey, while we talking about him, I want to bring this up. He put something out. Well, Hayes Foster put something out about him. A lot of times we always talk about guys going where the money at, and all that kind of stuff. Well, this kid right here, he from Nebraska, from Lincoln, Nebraska, and most of us would probably try to leave Lincoln, Nebraska as fast as we can. You know what I mean? But he ain't gonna pull up. But he put out something that said, "What does it mean to stay home?" He said, "I came from nothing, homeless, taking care of my little sister on my own, foster care for many years. I'm used to things not being handed to me. I'm used to working for everything I have, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 1,000 of everything I have into this program." That's the kind of kid I root for. Bro.
Like it.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go
get him, BK. Go get him.
Nah, he in Nebraska, bro. I feel like he need to be in Nebraska, man.
I like that.
So
that's dope.
Yeah, like that. So I think that was one of the biggest gets here. But to me, it might not have been a flip. But Oregon getting Mateo Uiagalelei.
Then taking Dylan Austin if they took him.
Yeah, I mean they didn't really take him. We knew he was going there, but they also flipped the Baylor quarterback yesterday, so they was flipping everybody over there.
Okay. I do want to run this clip real quick, and then I got a question that follows it.
All right.
So, hold on. Let's try this again.
It was crazy. That actually showed up on the stream.
Yeah, I know. All right, here we go.
Me and my brothers, we came together, giving back to the community.
From the LSU Tiger Receiver Corps. We the wide receivers at LSU football. Today we're gathered to showcase all the gifts that we bought for these 4 little boys.
I'm really like him when picking out Precious Brothers. I'm really him.
For sure. Like Toy Story, bro.
I think Uno educational.
Okay, $27.99.
I got 2.
That ain't even Buzz Lightyear. How's the 4T smaller than the 2T?
So these are the gifts me and my teammates got. I hope they love every single one of the gifts, and I hope they have a beautiful holidays.
Wish everyone Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year's.
That's dope, man. That's dope, bro. I just want it's Uno educational.
That was the funniest. What's called? Hey, yeah.
Whoever held up the 2T and 4T, Buddy need to learn to check them tags and stop reading them hands.
I was just finna say, boy, hey, I learned that the hard way. Do not trust the hangers.
Right.
That's fact.
We actually just got through talking about you with Carter, talking about you and Mr. Payton as a matter of fact. What's up, Preston?
Hey, again, real quick, man. Y'all like it? Y'all go ahead and give us some likes, man. We only got 2 of them things. All these people in here tonight.
What you looking at?
I see 2. What y'all see?
I see like 20 something whenever I was, or 15 something whenever I was just looking at.
Well, let me hear.
But just keep going.
All right. So now LSU wide receivers were getting gifts.
Loud and wrong.
29, man.
Okay. But LSU wide receivers out there getting gifts for young kids. If you could give a gift to every SEC football team, one gift, what would it be? I already know.
Can we go down the list as a team? Like,
let's do it.
And team by team, everybody get their gift.
Yeah. All right. Alabama.
Dookie.
If I had to give Alabama a plague,
I'm dead serious. I would literally on their front doorstep put Dookie in the bag, burn it.
Let me ask you this: is it the team or is it the fan base?
I was thinking like the program. Like,
it's the football program.
I was thinking like the program.
Okay. All right.
Humility. Well, you can answer how you want to answer it.
Okay, I'm probably go with the I'm gonna say humility.
Okay, I'm gonna give Alabama program the death penalty.
I like it. And Saban retiring because he might be able to talk his way out of that death penalty. So yeah.
That boy said peanuts for the elephants.
Peanuts for the elephant. All right. Auburn.
Oh, some new boosters.
Bonafons.
I like that, Daniel. I like that. You said what you said?
Burner phones.
Burner
phones.
I done thought about this one, dog. I'm telling you, I done thought about
this.
And he said, stop. He said, boosters, new boosters, burner phone. One mascot.
Adam.
Club food
That's
vouchers.
Funny.
The Magic City Wings.
That's funny.
All right. Arkansas.
Who else? Arkansas. There you go.
Arkansas. Oh, dang it. I can't use the same thing twice. Y'all go. Let me think about it.
Why you can't use the same thing twice? All right.
Because, literally, the person who owned Walmart, he don't even donate to the school.
But they went to Mizzou. But
they got Jared Jones, though.
Yeah. But, I ain't finna do that.
I would say talent in the state of Arkansas. Because they don't have that.
They need coordinators. I'm gonna give them coordinators for their program.
Arkansas. What would I give Arkansas?
Swag. Give them swag.
Yeah, they could use some swag.
I was gonna say relevance.
That's a good one. That's a good
one. Who else?
Florida.
That dude said
Florida.
teeth.
Florida. A new head coach.
I was just about to say that.
No, actually,
Man,
no.
You
can stick with that.
I'm giving them an invitation to the Sun Belt.
Oh snap! Okay, you gonna let UCF take their place?
That's fine. That's fine. Florida State, it don't matter either one. It don't matter to me.
No, I would give Florida.
What would you give Florida?
What?
A quarterback.
Oh!
High five!
Oh!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
That's the best answer we done had on the show tonight.
I like it.
All right.
Oh, man.
Dylan.
Okay,
right.
Dylan coming in with the fire.
Yeah, Georgia.
The death penalty also.
I wasn't gonna go there. I was gonna say
I got it.
I'm trying to think of
I was gonna say humility.
Yeah, humility.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I give him? Herschel Walker. Anyway, all right.
That's funny.
Dude, ew, bro.
That's
Kentucky.
Mayonnaise. Oh, he gone, ain't it?
Hey,
gone.
he
right.
Hey, take away the basketball program so the football team can be relevant again.
He gone. So Will Levis gone, so I can't give him mayonnaise. I'm gonna give him some knee braces because JT Daniel not that quarterback. That's Devin Leary went there. Dang. What am I gonna give Kentucky?
Consistency.
Golden Boot League looking strong. Yeah, Kentucky consistency would be good.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm gonna give them a Spalding because they're a basketball school.
I said take away their basketball program.
Yeah.
No, they need to keep their basketball program. That's all they got.
All right.
A win against a ranked opponent. Man, y'all coming with it.
Yeah. Ole Miss.
Oh man.
Something
to do so Lane Kiffin can stay off of Twitter.
A real tailgate.
What would I give Ole Miss? I was gonna say something along the lines of like Twitter or something like that, but I'm gonna just stick with the mustard. Give them a lifetime supply of mustard.
Why mustard?
And golf balls.
And mustard and golf balls, yeah.
Why mustard though?
You don't remember they were throwing the mustard?
Game.
Tennessee, they was throwing the mustard out bottles at them.
That's crazy.
At Lane Kiffin.
That's funny. All right.
Mississippi State.
I give them flowers. I can't be hard on them right now. They just lost their coach.
Yeah, that's true. I give them a statue of Mike Leach.
We got another bango over here. I don't know where you got it from. What you gonna get, Ole Miss?
A new mascot.
Boy,
who is that mascot?
The Rebel. No, not just the Rebel, the Land Shark, the Bear. They don't know. They've changed every.
They don't know. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's a good one. That was a good one. That boy, hey, he coming in with some.
Hey, I know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Mississippi State a memorial for Mike Leach. I can't be too mean right now.
Yeah, Mississippi State. I give them a chance next year.
Mm-hmm. So. Go Mizzou.
Yeah. Missouri.
I give them a first class ticket back to the Big 12.
I give them Michael Sam because that's the last time they was relevant.
What you got?
I would just say I would give them a receiver. I would give them a new snapper.
All right, now he's
a new center.
A new center. All right, I think he out the rails now. All right, all right. You did good, son. Quit while you're ahead. You okay? All right. Mizzou.
Michael Sam. That is crazy.
That's the last time they was good, man.
It was a real tiger.
Or Chase Daniel or somebody. That's the last time they was good.
Yeah, it was. It was when they
I give them
Daniel said he'll give him a first class ticket back to the Big 12. I say I put him in a new conference, give him a new conference too.
Yeah. Andrew said they get another big man kicker. Who next?
You got South Carolina?
No, yeah, South Carolina. No.
Oh man.
They've already got the best thing that you can give South Carolina.
I give them 8 more years of Spencer Rattler.
That's not a bad one.
He bound to correct himself.
That's not a bad one. They already got the best thing you can give them, man. They got to deal with Manscaped, man. You know.
That's true. What, baby?
But South Carolina, I give them the state of South Carolina. You know, Dabo, Clemson.
That's a good one.
Y'all just run South Carolina.
That's a good one. Yeah, you know what? I like that. Let Dabo go somewhere else.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
they run the
I
state
like
of
it.
South Carolina. That's what my gift to them is.
I like it.
Stand
Dabo.
Tennessee.
Consistency again. I like it. Everybody likes when Tennessee is good. They in the East. They really ain't affecting us right now. I like it.
Some more McDonald's bags.
A little bit of death penalty sprinkled on top.
I say a defense.
Yeah, they could use that.
All right, Vanderbilt. I think it's only fair. I give Vanderbilt anything they want outside of baseball.
That's fair.
A new compliance department.
That's fair.
Compliance ain't the problem.
Yeah, compliance ain't the problem.
The academic rigor.
I was just about to say I give Vandy 1 year, a 1 year run to like a national championship. Just 1 year. Just
In
1
football?
year. Yeah, just 1 year. Then they back to irrelevance again. You know, just 1 year where you make the playoffs.
They'll be happy for 20 years.
That's what I'm saying. 20.
Yeah.
They'll be happy 50 years. You remember that one time?
They still talk about. Y'all remember when SEC do like the best of moments and stuff?
Yeah.
They literally played like a 1990 something game where they beat Alabama.
Hey, at least they ain't show whenever they had their girl out there kicking off and stuff.
Wow. All right. Oh, I say one of my favorites for last.
That was, man. No, I just felt like that was a ruse, man. That wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Texas A&M.
I would give them Jimbo Fisher for 20 more years.
I would give Kevin Falk and Jimbo Nephew 5 minutes.
That's a good one.
Yeah, give him 2. I think that'd be a quick fight.
That's a good one.
I would give them every presidency.
Every presidency.
I mean, every position.
That's something we're not giving them good.
They need it.
Oh, Adam said female cheerleaders.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good one. That's good. What would I give A&M? I don't want to be nice to him. I almost said Kevin Sumlin, but I feel like that'll be helping them.
He's better than Jimbo.
Yeah, that'll be helping them. So I'm gonna send them some reinforcements though. I'm gonna send them Chavis back.
I loved it. I remember. You remember when they was up big? They was up by like 20 something on UCLA.
Third in Chavis.
Perfect.
That was Josh Rosen, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Josh Rosen. Yeah. So we are almost at the end, fellas. Got a few more things. LSU basketball, men's basketball ended non-conference play 11-1. What do y'all expect during conference play?
A reality check.
Facts. We'll get brought down to reality.
But
it's next week, right? That's when they start playing.
It start next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 500.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So middle of the pack in the SEC.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like if you like on the bubble talk for making a tournament, I feel like you're in a good spot. I don't know if they will, but just be in the conversation.
Right.
All right. The women ended non-conference play undefeated and are currently ranked number 10. What do they finish in the conference?
Y'all already know how I feel. National championship. Number 1 in the conference.
Yeah, that is some 23-1 between both men and women.
Yeah,
and
I think that's tied for the best record combined for men's and women's programs in the country.
And considering that should be 24-0, if not for
a fluky call.
Fluky, yeah. Yes.
I think they finished behind South Carolina in conference play.
Bingo. That's my same.
I
think the SEC could possibly have 2
Final Four teams.
No, I was going to say 2 number 1 seeds.
I could see that too, but I could also see them having 2 Final Four teams.
That's true. All right. NBA best. Let me, because I want to pull this up so we have it. Christmas Day matchups. Because it's a few.
The Pelicans ain't playing, so I don't care. No, I'm just playing. I actually care about.
No,
the
you
NBA on
you
Christmas.
actually dead serious. Don't even try to act like
No. It's Christmas. That's when I start watching everybody else. I only watch the Pelicans before Christmas.
Gotcha. Where is boom? Watch out, deal. Watch out. All right, let me.
I got it pulled up right here. You want me to read it out?
No, I was gonna put it on screen. So
okay, I got you.
Yeah, here we go. All right, we got Philly and New York.
Snooze fest.
The Lakers and Dallas.
Snooze
Milwaukee, Boston, maybe.
That's a good game. What you mean?
What's a good game?
You get to see LeBron.
You may not see him. Well, he'll play on Christmas Day.
On Christmas.
That don't mean it's a good game just because he in the game.
What's
They
the
lost
other
by
boy
15
name?
to the Kings last.
What's the other boy name? Luka? Yeah, Luka too. Come on, son.
But you got
Dang.
Milwaukee and Boston. That may be a good game. I'm just moving.
Now that is a good game.
That's a good
game. Yeah, that's a good game.
Memphis and Golden State. Memphis probably gonna
snooze fest.
Bring them
smoke
out the gym.
Snooze fest.
But
Phoenix and Denver.
Good game. You got two good games, and that's the ones that's between the two of the top 4 teams in those conferences.
Yeah, so
they dropped the ball, bro.
Yeah. Well, I think initial setup looked like it was gonna be good.
I ain't gonna say it because you're a Lakers fan. I'm not even gonna say it. Not even.
I know you.
Just say it.
Haters gonna hate.
What's hating about that roster, bro?
Haters gonna hate.
All right.
He said haters go hate.
I
said it earlier.
But
I ain't. What am I hating? Look at that roster.
Former players, former NBA players overseas are killing it. You got Quinn Cook, Dwight Howard,
Eric
Bledsoe. I mean, and when I say killing, I'm talking about like dropping 50, 60
Eric
points.
Bledsoe dropped 51 points.
Bro, don't be talking like Eric Bledsoe wasn't cold at one point in time.
Well, he got real. He cooled off really. You know what I'm saying? Really, really quickly, and now he's looking really good. You know what I'm saying? Overseas.
I mean, they're elite.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just. It kind of brings to mind the whole. You know, when we look at like NBA players and we're like, oh, that dude trash. Oh, he's sorry. But then they go overseas and do what they do.
He's the best of the best, man.
Right, exactly.
I remember a kid who you know what I'm saying, local kid from Alabama, played on Alabama scene, was a dog. Didn't make it to the league when he played overseas, but you go into the rec center, he's shooting, would not miss a shot anywhere on the court.
And that's like what the Red Mamba, Brian Scalabrine once said. I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me when he was playing with some dudes at like LA Fitness. And that's I mean, it's facts.
Big facts. Big facts. The Suns sell for $4 billion to a former Michigan State basketball player.
$4 billion, dog.
Would it be
ridiculous?
Would it be? That's crazy.
Buddy got that money though. He was a national champion. He was on the national championship team, Michigan State. I don't know how he got $4 billion, but he finna drop it. He finna drop it on the Suns. I don't know if I had spent $4 billion on the Suns. So
yeah,
I was just saying that because I thought Nick was in here. My bad.
Yeah. Franco Harris, you know what I'm saying, passed away the other day. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Franco passed the day. Actually, yeah, it was like in the wee early hours. It was like after midnight, like early morning. Just days before they were going to do the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception.
You know, it's also the same day, a year to the day that Kevin Green passed away.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And my grandmother literally is not that big of a sports fan and texted our family group chat about Franco Harris.
Everybody know Franco Harris, man.
Yeah.
Air Force is putting it on Baylor right now.
You ain't lying, boy.
Jeez. But yeah, man, Franco Harris.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace. Steelers Nations. He touched a lot, you know what I'm saying? Even, you know what I'm saying, football period. Pro Bowl rosters. Pro Bowl rosters have been announced. I didn't look at all who all made it.
I'm gonna tell you this right here.
Mario Davis made it.
He the only Saints player we got.
He should have made it last year too. But
agreed. Shout out to my boy Kevontae Turpin. He made it as a return specialist for the NFC.
Shout out.
But just listen to this. All right. The NFC quarterbacks are Jalen Hurts, which I feel like everybody thinks he deserves to be there. Yeah. Geno Smith. Nobody saw that before the season.
You're right.
And Kirk Cousins. The AFC quarterbacks are Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Has there ever been a bigger gap between quarterbacks in the Pro Bowl than you have this year?
So I got a question. Who's going to fill in for Jalen Hurts? Because they going to the Super Bowl.
Dak,
most likely.
Maybe Dak, maybe. Maybe Dak.
And who going to fill in for Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow, because Mahomes going to be there.
No, it won't. It won't. Andrew Martin said Jags up 13-3 on the Jets. If the Jags do win, Bengals clinch a playoffs berth.
Yeah, the Jags gonna mess around with that division. You remember when I told you at the beginning of this, we talked about it. But no, you remember we talked the Jags for real, but they got whooped that day that we talked about it, so it didn't really make sense. But it looked like they are for real.
Yeah. Technically, the Saints still in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, but the Bucks play.
You got to stud on it. I understand. I get it.
Do you know who the quarterback they playing tomorrow? Saturday. Trace McSorley.
Who?
Trace McSorley is starting for the Cardinals. Meanwhile, the Saints just put Jarvis Landry on IR. Chris Olave ain't playing, and it's gonna be like 20 to 13 degrees in Cleveland this weekend. So that might end Sunday. But
NBA, hold on. Who said something? Oh, Ryan, gotcha. No comment. All right, here's the can y'all see that? Probably not.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So here's the NFL lineup. Of course, because Christmas is on a Sunday this year, most of the games are on Saturday. Then they have 3 games on Sunday on Christmas Day. Green Bay versus Miami. Denver at Los Angeles Rams. Tampa Bay at Arizona. So what's the better lineup? Christmas, NBA Christmas or NFL Christmas?
NBA.
It's got to be NBA.
All day.
Based off the like percentages I give to the NBA, but neither one of them that good. Y'all just need to spend time with y'all family, man, because ain't gonna be nothing.
I'm gonna be watching NBA games.
All right. Hey, before we get to altar call, because since we for the announcement, we're not doing a show on Sunday. It's Christmas, and I think all of us either want to keep our children or want to stay married, so we're not doing a show on Christmas. So we're gonna do altar calls tonight. But let me ask y'all this. I put top 5 Christmas movie. I ain't thinking of 5. I don't know if I thought of 5, but what's some top Christmas movies? And let me guess, it's a BET movie. Okay, what's your top movie?
Can it be a Disney movie?
Sure, it can be a Disney movie.
Little Nightmare. I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas.
I don't think that's Disney, but okay.
I don't even know where.
Nightmare. I hadn't seen. He hadn't seen it. He just got the hat for it. So that's the.
I'm gonna say Home Alone.
I like Home Alone. I'm gonna say This Christmas.
Yeah, that's on there.
I thought you was gonna name a BET movie. That's what I was gonna say.
I mean, I'm gonna say Friday After Next.
Friday After Next.
That's a Christmas movie.
So A Christmas Story.
Can't go wrong with it.
Every year I have a tradition, and I actually got a hoodie made.
Bro, you really like Christmas, bro.
I mean I like this.
I think me and Ed are Grinches.
Like this year I'm into it. So
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
It is.
And so is Lethal Weapon.
No, it's not.
If Die Hard is, Lethal Weapon is, because the same premise.
Because Die Hard really could not have taken place at any other time of the year. It had to be Christmas. The way to set up of the movie.
Lethal
have to go
Weapon.
watch it again.
Go watch Lethal Weapon. It's the same premise as Die Hard, pretty much.
So, but
it's just Mel Gibson is don't nobody really care about.
But I literally watch A Christmas Story. Y'all know they show it for 24 hours and stuff on what's called it.
Mm-hmm.
I literally sit there and as a family we watch it one time. But I sit there and quote. I like watch and quote the whole movie and stuff like that. So
I would hate watching movies with you.
I got one more. Christmas Vacation.
What else?
What is
we got a live show. You got to hurry up.
I know what is it called? Nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker. That's
what you just wanted to say.
Dang, what
is you said in the mood or something?
My bad, man. The ambiance.
Yeah, but
you ran out.
My screen. Man, my screen went down, bro. My screen went down.
You in Texas?
No, man. I ain't in Texas, man.
Top one is
my favorite. Sons of Bumpers is. That's my rah 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 rah. All right.
Elf is a good one though.
Hey, Elf is a good one. Bad Santa.
Bad Santa is hilarious.
Bad Santa, and then it says Elf. I'm trying to think. There was another one.
Didn't Jackass come out with a Christmas movie one time? That was pretty funny.
I don't think so. I remember. There was another Christmas movie. Oh! Jingle All the Way. That was remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger Sinbad? They were trying to fight to get that toy.
Oh yeah. Oh, because he was an action figure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. I never knew the name of that. I never knew the name of that.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way was another one of my favorites. All right, fellas. I guess.
Wait, I'm trying to write something.
Bruh, we doing a show.
No, wait.
They're not going to be able to see that, baby. I guess they will be able to see
it.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. I like that.
I guess they will. You're right.
Hey, Ryan, do you work at Blockbuster or something? Because
Santa Claus with 10.
That man done named 63 different Christmas movies.
Yeah, hey, he like Pooh. He like Christmas.
Hey, true story. I actually did used to work at Blockbuster. That's a lot of
makes sense.
Not a lot of the movies. All right, here we go.
Island Night.
All right, Daniel, we'll let you go first because I think yours is a little bit positive.
Play that video, please.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me get to it.
I cannot stand this guy. Y'all already know who I'm talking about. You know.
At least you said it to my face.
Thinking through it, and I honestly, for me, he built this program on NIL. We really did, and it's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness, and that's how I look at it. And
No. I'm not going for that. Play that video again. Play the video again. Play it again. They got to hear this ridiculous. They got to hear it. Play it again.
Thinking through it, and for me, we built this program on NIL. We really did, and it's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness, and that's how I look at it. So thinking.
Okay. Dabo Swinney is the most unlikable college football coach in America. There isn't nobody more unlikable than Dabo. You cannot tell me that this self-righteous, sanctimonious, holier than thou, don't let me say holy roller, because it's okay to be a holy roller. But this guy is so self-righteous and so lame. And he thought about that all night before his press conference. Y'all know he did. You know he did. And he's just fake. He faking and fake. So anytime y'all know a Dabo or Clemson topic come up, y'all know how I feel already. You just know. Because Dabo is terrible. That's all I gotta say. I don't like him.
So, was he saying that he was using the church to play players?
That's what it sounded like.
I'm just saying, if you know God's name in, that's the church, in my opinion. You know,
I don't think Nick Saban is worse than him.
Just you
muted.
You muted, bro.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. Go next. But Mike Leach, last week, sometime we lost a legend. But it came out. Ross Dellinger went and found the story. There was Mike Leach had one more good deed. You see, that there is Miss Shan Suber. I'm not exactly sure her name. But she owns a restaurant in Starkville. And Mike Leach said this is the best restaurant in Starkville, Mississippi. Well, her restaurant ran into some financial issues, some financial troubles, and he wrote her a check to help bail her out, help fix the issue, help her get through her situation. She has cooked for the team. She's cooked for Mike Leach and his personal, his family and during personal times. It was just a great story to show that, we hear all the stories about the silly things that Mike Leach has done, the crazy comments, just everything. And boom, we get a story like this that shows, the humanity, the love that he had, not just for football, but for, the city of Starkville and the people around him who helped support not just him and Mississippi State, but, the city as well, Starkville, Mississippi. So, rest in peace, Mike Leach. Your legacy continues to grow. Your legend will live on forever. And, hey, may the pirate ride once again.
Rest in peace, Mike Leach.
For sure.
All right. Red Ant?
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, my bad, coach.
Sorry, Jimmy, give me a second, Jimmy. I gotta talk to you.
I didn't even knock. I apologize.
What's up, Coach? Hey, Tim. How you doing? Listen, congratulations. You're a Pro Bowler.
Oh my gosh, you got me.
No, congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Coach.
No, I'm very proud, very happy.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Pro Bowl player.
Oh, dope.
Yes, you are, man. I'm proud of you.
Yes, sir.
You knew, didn't you?
I had a feeling. I ain't want to add.
You showed everybody why you're the face of our franchise.
I appreciate that, Coach. Thanks
proud
for
of you,
telling
man.
me. Yes, sir.
Jonathan Allen,
Cool.
Tress Way,
Nice.
and Jeremy Reeves.
That's big time. Reeves got in?
Yeah,
So he deserves it.
He's the special
He's a
teams
difference
guy.
maker. He's been a difference maker all year for us.
I'm only going to tell you one other guy. Okay. And
Can I ask who?
Yeah.
Who?
Jeremy.
Oh my God!
But you can't say anything. Okay. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him right after his defensive meeting. Okay?
Oh hell no! Pull him out of that, man. Are you kidding me? Could you? I wanna be here when you tell him. I'll hide, but like, can I be here when you tell Reeves?
Yeah, you can. I'm happy to have you here. You, Jeremy? No, yeah. Don't mind him. We're just finished. I got to finish that up a second. But listen, congratulations. You're the Pro Bowl special teams guy. You're the starter. You earned it, young man. Everything you've done, and I know your mom would be proud. You earned it, young man.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yo. He wouldn't stop.
Congrats, dude. Love you too. Thank you, man.
All right. Noted, like I said, man, I just appreciate you trusting me.
Always, Coach. Told you I want to brick wall for you.
No, I know you would too. Well, I appreciate you. I'm very proud of you. I really am. Nah, you earned it, young man. You earned it. That's freaking awesome.
Man, I love that, bro. I've never really been a big fan of that franchise for a lot of different reasons, but I've been a big fan of Ron Rivera for that reason right there. You can tell he cares about his players, not just on the field, but he cares about them as men and as people. The fact that he took the time to individually, let each one of them know, and the fact that you could see the bond that he had with each one of his players by the way he interacted and talked to them. And the Jeremy Reeves kid, you could tell that really meant something to him. We always talk about the Pro Bowl being a meaningless game and all of this kind of other stuff. But when you look at that video right there, you can't tell me that it's meaningless to Jeremy Reeves. You can tell by his raw emotion that meant something to him. And for Ron Rivera to realize what it meant to him and let him have that moment was really special. So salute to Ron Rivera. Salute to Terry McLaurin, Tress Way, Jonathan Allen, and especially Jeremy Reeves for making the Pro Bowl. Go ball out, fellas.
For sure.
Whew. Yeah. That was a good one.
Dope, man. That's dope.
Look at that.
You got to hit him with that.
Hey, when I saw that, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, man. Like I've always heard, Ron Rivera was a player's coach.
I love,
stuff like that. But like you don't too many times get to see it in action, and then that was just a good example of why he's just that much different than the rest of the coaches.
Completely agree.
Sure.
Completely agree. Like we said, we are off Sunday. We'll be back next Wednesday. Hopefully we got some special lined up for you. We'll be Wednesday, Thursday, and we will be back on New Year's Day to preview the bowl game. Y'all pray for me. This dude here. But
all right, cool. Yep, time to go.
Uh-oh.
What that is?
My earworm. My wife just made it during the show.
Oh, that's dope.
The wrong way. I might sell them. I don't know yet.
We splitting the profits? We splitting it?
Splitting it with who? Split it with who? Me and my wife gonna split it, yeah, for sure.
Well, fellas, it is getting around that time.
Yeah.
How you sending us off tonight?
Y'all know what it is. We'll be back. Next thing y'all see us, it'll be after Christmas. Take care of your family, love on your loved ones. Like that, we out. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitter at Golden Boot. On Instagram at Golden Boot. On YouTube at The Golden Boot Pod. On Facebook at The Golden Boot Pod.